Morning guys, it's July 2nd, 2023. This one is kind of a unique situation. I know this lady, and she got a problem with her AC, that somebody put AC in her house and never hooked up the return, never put a condensate pump in. He's just draining it into a bucket for now, and the condenser doesn't work. So she's got no AC and she's complaining about you know, it's flipping hot in the house and whatnot. So I told her I'd go over there and help her out. She says that it needs a new. It says that the piston needs to be put in there. It's a brand new Goodman system with somebody put in. They hacked it up big time, and the AC's never worked. So I don't think that it's a piston issue. It's probably something else. Supposedly they pulled a vacuum on it. I never went over there. I never put my gauges on it or nothing. But it's hot out, and she's complaining it's 80 in the house and humid, and ask if I can go help her. So I'm gonna go over there and see if we can get the thing going. Even if it's just draining into a bucket for now. It is Sunday. You know, at least I get the AC working for her. See why it's not running, if it's even wired. The guy never even like panned in the return or nothing. He just, it's really a disaster. So we'll go over there and we'll see if we could straighten it out for her, help her out. She's asking for my help, so I said I'd go help her. Miss Molly, gonna help out a damsel in distress, Miss Molly. So that's the story. I never put my gauges on the condenser. Supposedly it needs a piston. That's what the guy who installed the system said. He handed her a little bag, the orifice that goes in the evaporator. He says that you gotta have somebody put this in. That's what he told her and left, and she paid him. So it's never worked on the AC. The heat part works. What a flipping disaster. So let's go over there and find out why the AC's not running, for one thing. Find out even if the pistons, if it needs a piston. It's a brand new system, never worked. So it could make a good video for Molly. Make a nice video. I'm gonna go by and see what's going on. I never really I haven't been over there for a while, so. Alright, so we got the green, yellow, the white. Alright, so that's all good.
You lost half a body.
Yeah, so that's yellow, green, that's all good.
The electricity part is done. That light's not going to help.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
I haven't even opened the bedroom door, so I don't know how many go. Especially when she sees you. I'm going to go look in this room.
Well, this is just going into a bucket, which is crazy.
String.
There is a light.
Yep, pull the string down. And I can move this whole table out of the way in the little box.
Yeah, so it's a 24. It's a little 24 inch. It's 410A or 22. Alright. We'll have to see what we got outside.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Let's see if the fan works.
Okay, once I get her out, oh my god. I'm just gonna stay out of the way. If I need to write something.
Oh, so the fan works.
So I will,
Alright, so we got this.
I just want you to know, one last time, I do have
So
this.
they do have a filter in there. He does have a filter. I see it. There's a filter in there. Alright, so he's got the common, the red, white, and alright, so
Before I let her out, because she's been in 15 hours, can I just show you this one piece? This
yeah, I know. Okay, we're gonna check it outside, and if I have to put that in, I'll do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's gonna work.
It's gonna work. I'm gonna make it
No,
work.
but what I'm trying to tell you is I know the air conditioner works because I had it on they put it on last year, but they said if you do not put this in, you are going to damage the air conditioner.
All right, let me check the
that's all
pressures.
I wanted
I'm
to-
gonna run it, and we're gonna check
Yeah,
the pressures.
in
And
other
if I
words-
gotta change this, I'll change it. No big deal.
What I'm trying to tell you is they just never got to. They said it runs fine and it's cold, but you are going to hurt your system if you don't put this piece in,
Right.
because this has never been put in.
Because the pressures aren't right.
I don't know
Yeah.
what this piece is called. I thought it was called an office.
Yeah, no, I
I
can
don't
do it.
know where
No
it goes,
problem.
and I
Let
can
me,
help.
yeah,
Okay.
let me just do my thing, and we'll figure it out.
And then,
This should be okay.
Come here, just, hi, that's it, Winnie, Winnie, hello, hello, good afternoon, sweetie, hello, yes, it's good to see you, you are going to flip out when you see your friend out there, you are going to
Put this back in, and we'll check it outside. We'll run it, and we'll check it. If we gotta pump it down and put that other piston in, we can. It's not a big deal. Let me check it. How you been sleeping?
No, I'm not sleeping, Steve. I'm up all night killing earwigs.
Huh?
I'm infested with earwigs. I can't even go in the bedroom.
You haven't been sleeping?
Well, a few hours, but I have to sleep out here. I can't be in the bedroom.
Now, did you get your new bed?
Are you not listening to me? My bedroom is infested with earwigs. So I have to stay out of it, and I have to go in there and kill them. Hundreds of them.
Hundreds?
Hundreds.
I wonder what happened.
I have eggs that hatched, and the moisture in the house was so severe that they followed it.
Oh my
I
God.
told you. I don't think
You can't vacuum them up? You
I
can't
can't-
vacuum up the eggs? No?
No, the eggs are coming in through the floorboard. But if you just let me.
So we're gonna on cooling, and we're gonna turn it down, and we're gonna check it outside.
Let's do this.
What do we got there? This can be 22 or 410. It's a 24-inch. It's 410A. Alright, I'm gonna see if this thing's even got gas in it. See if these things are even open. Yeah, they're open. Put our gauges on it, see what's going on here. Alright, so we're going to start it up and see what happens here. Put that other piston in, it's not that big of a deal. Why don't we just do that? Pull it down and put the other piston in, the one that come with this unit. just change that piston. I'm going to change that piston out. It says definitely pretty high here. Let me do that. The only thing is this flipping. Not going to be easy. I can do it. Gotta change that piston inside. Gotta shut this down. Gotta shut down the head pressure, and we'll pull all the refrigerant into the. Pump it down. We're gonna shut this off. Then all the refrigerant's gonna get pulled in the suction side, and then we'll pump it down. And once it pumps down, we can shut this off. We'll watch this. When it gets down to zero, we can shut it off. Pumping all the refrigerant into the condenser here. Alright, we're going to change that piston.
I've had a problem with humidity my whole life because of my syndrome. That's been on. No, the cat, the dog. The cat
There's
is
a little loosey-goosey there.
Honey, you stay there because it's like chop metal, okay?
Oh, the dog. Huh?
I said, it's awful. It's been awful.
Yeah, we'll fix it. We'll get it going for you.
I'm sure that's why the eggs hatched, too.
Well, I
haven't been able to clean the house, and that really bothers me because I'm clean free. Actually, it was
It's
so
a
bad.
57.
I know you're concentrating.
We'll see if
I
that's the
actually was
right
going
one.
to an apartment today, which was going to be too hard because this is 6 plus utilities, and the other one was going to be the man. I called the man and said, you know, I've got to cancel. I was actually going to look at a 2-bedroom apartment in Millis because I've been living.
All right, so I got a piece of thermostat wire. I'm gonna get it out with that. Let's see what size it is. Looks like a 65. $69 or $59. That other one's a 57. $59. The other one's a 57, which isn't much of a difference. A little bit. Not much of a difference. vacuum on it. Is there power out back there?
There's the power out there.
Yeah, electric power.
Yes, and I know how to do it. You want it
All
off?
right, because I gotta. No, I need to plug something in out there.
Oh,
So
no, I don't
was
have any electric power.
You don't? I'll have to
Right,
go. I'll have to
right
go.
here.
I'll have to go out the window
This
then.
is what they did, right here.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go out the window with my cord. Yeah, 'cause I
Okay.
gotta. It wasn't much of a difference on the piston, but I put the right one in there, so we'll see how much of a difference it makes. Okay.
So if you could just stick.
This is 57. I put in the other one was 59. Just check it, but
Okay.
can you see that? Oh no, you can't.
Yes.
Can
Just
you
give me.
see-
Just give me 1
What's
second.
that say?
It says 69. Nope. 050.
What size? What size is it?
059. 050.
59, 59.
59.
What is it?
059.
59. Yeah. See, this was a 57, which isn't much of a difference. Just a little bit. It's not going to make that much of a
But
difference.
the 57
Well,
wasn't even in there. Nothing was in there.
No, I put the right one in there now. So
Well,
let me
when
pull.
you say the right, all I'm
Let me
saying
pull
is-
a vacuum and then we'll be good.
Okay.
The 59 out and I put a 57 in, which is just a little bit smaller, a tiny bit smaller. There was one in there.
But what I'm just. I like to try to understand.
Okay.
What did I hand you in this package?
Just one just like this.
Yeah.
There was one in the coil, like I said, but it was just a little bit bigger than the one I put in there. Not much.
But that's fine. But what I'm asking you is, where's this thing that they said they had to go in?
It's in there.
Okay, and it's a what?
It's a piston.
It's a piston.
I took the other one out.
Okay, but
That's
if
this.
there was
This is
one-
the one I took out
But if there was one in there, why did they keep telling me there wasn't one and I had to get this in or else don't?
because the
drink it?
pressures are off a little bit. Not a crazy amount.
Okay.
But now that I got the right one in there, I'm
Okay.
going to pull a vacuum. I'm going to start it back up, and I'm going to set the pressures, and you're going to have AC.
So 57 is better than the 59.
57 is what it calls for with that condenser.
Okay, and this is a 59 in my hand.
59, which is between
Which is right.
57 and 59, there's no difference
So what made you want to change?
because the pressures are a little bit off.
Okay, but 57 is ideal.
57 is ideal. That's what came with the condenser. So that's the one we put in there.
Okay.
59 is a little bit bigger than 57. We just put a 57 one in there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just was wondering what was in this package.
Pull the vacuum on it and release the gas back in it. That's good for the micron. We'll shut that valve and we'll open one of them up. I'll put the gas back in it, release it. And we can start it back up again. Open these valves back up and we can check the pressures. See what we're doing. Open these up again. There's one. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. He might have left. He might not have pulled a vacuum on it, right? Proper vacuum on it. That's why the head pressure's high. weird spot there. Start it back up again. See what's happening with it. I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. Ain't much of a piston size difference. So I just left it. We'll find out. Alright, we're starting it back up again. Subcoolant already looks a little better there, right? Not much of a difference in the piston, but definitely made a difference. See, our subcoolant's a lot lower now. Let's let it run. Let's let it run for a bit. She's icing. It's kind of weird. I got the thing open and it's icing. Unless the fan's not working outside. Thing was flipping icing up. I had to pull the disconnect. It's running out here but not inside. He's got the wiring wrong. He's got the wiring wrong, that's why it's icing. Alright, so we got the 5 wire. I got this. He's got the wiring wrong, that's why it's icing up. This is off, and it's running out. This is off, and it's running outside. So that's why it was icing. I got this off.
Okay, so I didn't.
I'm gonna fix it.
I'm not questioning anything you're doing. I just like to totally understand. You said it was icing. I've never used it. It's icing up
look,
already.
I'm gonna show you right now. See, this is off, right? This is off. Now we're gonna go outside, and I'm gonna. The outside unit shouldn't run with this off. Come on out. I want to show you
It's
something.
been running since.
No, because it's been disconnected. I just want to show you. Come on out. Come on out.
It hasn't been running since then.
Well, no, because the power's been off to it.
Oh, the power's been
Yeah. I'm just gonna show you before I fix anything. I'm gonna show you what it's doing. With that off, the outside unit shouldn't run. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that makes sense. But you put something on here. You put the power on here and it's running and it shouldn't be. In other words, the inside should be controlling this.
Correct. Right now, and
right now this is running.
Well, it's going to run as soon as I put this disconnect in.
And that shouldn't be the case.
Right. That shouldn't be the case, and it's going to want to ice. It's going to want to ice. This shouldn't run.
Wow.
See it? So this is kicking in when the unit's off inside, and I'm going to show you why. I got to fix it. So the wiring's wrong.
Now, when you say the wiring, because that was a different person.
The low voltage is wired wrong.
Right, but
I'm going to fix it.
I understand that. But I'm just trying to backtrace everything. Because I had somebody in here to do the wiring on the wall in the thermostat. Is that the wiring you're talking about?
Yes, that's the wiring that's wrong, yeah. Well, you had, when was this?
Wow.
When was this done?
So the clown put this in, and then he didn't do the wiring. I called the electrician, and they did the wiring.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Last October.
Yeah.
And
So
wow.
So we'll fix it for
Yeah,
you.
no, okay. I'm just trying to backtrace everything. This person disappeared. And this is called a what?
That's the disconnect.
Disconnect.
That sends power to this, and then the thermostat sends power out to run this. You know, but that's like a service switch. If I got to work on it, I got to pull the service switch, right?
Yep. So when you came out in this yard, this wasn't on.
That was
but
off.
You're saying you had to pull it out.
Well, I put it in to run it to see what the problems were. The pressures were off a little bit.
Okay, but where was this? Then where was this all this time?
Well, because if you put it in, like this, it won't work. If you put it in like this, it works.
And so they purposely had it in.
They had it like that so it wouldn't run.
So it wouldn't run. But then and I'm following. I mean,
Yeah.
I was following.
So I'm gonna fix the wiring and then it'll be okay. And then we gotta check the charge.
Okay, and the wiring is the wiring you're talking about on the thermostat. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
Unbelievable. He's an electrician getting an apprentice electrician, whatever.
Yeah, he didn't know what he was doing, so we'll fix it. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, okay. So what would So that's amazing. So it's like backwards or something.
Yeah, something's not right. So let's take a look and we'll fix it. The dog's okay. They're winning.
Yeah. Well, I feel so bad for Miss Molly. I mean, I can't wait for them to see each other. Okay. I want this moved.
You should probably change the batteries in this thing while it's off. You got new batteries? You got new batteries?
No, that's
all right, I got new batteries. So let's see what's going on.
Those are AAAs. Should I go give her a cookie?
She probably won't.
Okay.
She probably won't. Okay.
Oh, can I?
I know one of these. Whoop, lost the wire. This right here, okay? See this? This red. This power
Wait, don't
here.
do it yet.
This power.
Hold on, please. Let me just get a flashlight.
You want me to get my drop light in here? Let me get my drop light. See this power here? He's got the power coming in and feeding this, but this has to go to yellow. See this wire right here? This wire right here has got to go to yellow. That pulls the condenser in. Here's the common and then there's the yellow. So we have the power coming in. We got the jumper for the heating and the cooling, correct? And then this just has to go to yellow, which is here. This yellow, and it'll work. This one here has to go to yellow. Right? That pulls the condenser in. And then this blue is the common. So when it calls for cooling, it sends power to fan and sends power to yellow to turn the unit on. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that yellow right there goes out to the condenser, and then there's the common out to the condenser for 24 volts. Very simple. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what he did was, he had the power coming in and he had the condenser hooked up to the RC. He had it hooked up to constant power. So that thing, that disconnect's been calling the whole time. That's why it was icing. It wasn't because of the piston. But we'll see what it's like now. Alright, so let me change the batteries because these are only good for so long. So let me put new ones in while I got it off. Okay?
Awesome.
And then we'll get it going again for you. See, that's gonna make a good video because it's all screwed up, right? Alright, got my light again. Alright, so we got the power. I'm surprised you ain't got much lights here. So we got the power coming in on red. Got the jumper on a red to cooling. Then we got the white for the heat. We got the yellow and that other wire going out to the condenser tied together, and we got the green. And the common is right there. The common is coming in on this wire, this blue wire. It's hooked up to the common downstairs, and then it goes outside. So right now, it's off. I should be able to put the disconnect on, and it shouldn't run. And then when we turn this on cooling, it should fire. So let's check it.
Wait, she doesn't even do that good. You already did the battery?
I already got the batteries.
She's tied, so that's okay.
Okay.
I feel so bad for Miss Molly.
Alright, so when I put this disconnect in, the thing shouldn't run. Which it was before. Oh, stupid. All that time, she hasn't had AC. Since last year. The guy never fixed it. all that, and it wasn't even hooked up right. This shouldn't start. This should not start now when I put this in. All right, so it didn't start.
Go ahead, say what you just said.
I put the disconnect in and it didn't start. So now we could turn the air conditioning on and it should start. All right?
But right before that, you just said it was hooked up all wrong.
It was hooked up wrong. All right.
I know it's awful. Give me your flashlight.
All right, so we're gonna turn this to cooling.
Yep.
Right? Turn it down on hold. Then come on. The only thing about that is this fan's got a delay on it, I think. Oh, there goes the fan. Okay? So now the fan's running and the outside unit's running. And we put the new piston in, then we gotta hook up the pump. We'll put that to 70, 72?
66.
No, 70, no lower than 70 on the cooling. 72 is good for cooling, but I can go to 70. It's 80, but to set the cooling, 72 is good, or 70. No lower than 70. You want to put it?
Kidding me.
You want to put it to 70?
I want to be in like 66.
No, that's too low. 72 to 74 is designed. You can go as low as 70, but that's it. You can't go no lower than 70. No.
That's going to be cool enough?
That's going to be fine. Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, it's air conditioning is designed between 72 and 74 is how it's designed to run at. So if you go to 64, I mean, it might cool down that way, but it's not designed. It's not refrigeration. It's air conditioning.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Just doesn't seem like it'd be cool enough, but I'm...
It sends power to the yellow into the fan. The fan runs and the yellow pulls this in. But he had it hooked up to the red, so there was constant power to this disconnect all the time. So unless you pulled this, it would run. Now, when it calls for cooling, the fan turns on and this turns on and it's gonna work.
Excellent.
Yeah. It would have never worked, even with the piston, it wouldn't have worked like that. All right, so our suction is, that's about right what we need for superheat for today, 23, 22, okay? Well, our suction's at 141, which is good. Our subcooling's a little high at 17, but that's fine. All them pressures are good. That's why I like the superheat's right where it needs to be. So that's good. Perfect. Yep, you're gonna have AC now. Now feel this. You're gonna feel the heat. You're gonna feel the heat coming out. That's the heat from the house.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like a warm.
Yeah, it's gonna. Give it a little time. It's gonna start. It's gonna warm up. It's gonna be.
So this is pulling the heat out of the house.
This is pulling the
heat out of the house.
Well, what happens is when you bring this is the suction and liquid line. When you on a heat pump, it just reverses and it takes the heat from outside and it puts it inside. But this is air conditioning. So what it does is it takes the heat from inside and moves it out here and gets rid of it out here. That's all air conditioning does. But it also dehumidifies. So now that bucket's going to start getting water in it. So I got to put the pump in there for you to get rid of the water. But this is all looking good right here at our pressures now.
Okay. You explain that well, but it's interesting because I always find air conditioning blowing cold air in the house, but you're telling me it actually pulls warm air out.
It is blowing cold air in the house also.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah. But this all looks good here. Perfect. Subcooling's a little high, but I mean we can't do much about that.
Now, what is subcooling is high? Meaning what sub?
Well, we gotta charge it by superheat because you got a piston. If you had a TXV inside, a regulating, the piston is an orifice, a regulating orifice. You could either have a piston or a TXV. A TXV is a mechanical device that maintains superheat, and then you have to set it by subcooling if you had a TXV inside. But you have it's just a metering device. You have a piston, which is a set metering device. That little thing we took out is just it meters the amount of refrigerant that goes in there. The amount, you need 2 tons, you need so much refrigerant for the 2-ton unit. That's what the piston does.
Okay, but you just commented that the subcooling number is not the greatest.
Well, it's fine there at 18. I ain't worried about that.
But I mean, does that, will that all
No,
stay in
it's perfect right there. I mean, that's all them pressures are fine. You got nice. You got to just make sure you keep that filter clean. See at 143, that's good. That's good suction pressure for 410. So we're good there.
And you'll tell me about this filter that you burned.
Yeah, I'm going to show you about that.
I've got the heater.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah. So we're fine there. I'm good with everything. Everything's fine. I'm going to leave it right where it is. Yeah, it's coming out. I could feel it. That's good. You're gonna make sure all the vents are open. Everything's open. There's a little. See that metal thing? You could shut those and open them. If you find one room is too much, you could shut it or adjust it.
Okay.
Now how about?
Yes, that I know about opening.
You said there was one room in here that was really.
Let me just do this right here.
This room really gets cool or not?
I've never had the air conditioner.
All right. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna wait. Let it run for a while. If you find that this room is a lot colder than all the other rooms, you could cut these back a little bit, like halfway. So that'll let more cooling go to the other end of the house.
Okay.
You gotta give it some
like
time.
The heat.
You gotta give it some time.
Okay.
Now, if you go from one room to another, and you could feel like a chill, you could feel 3 degrees change. So if you're comfortable here and you walk down the other end of the house and you feel that you get a chill, that means it's cooler, 3 degrees cooler in this room than it is in that room. Your body can sense 3 degrees.
Okay.
2 degrees it can't. So that's what I'm saying. Once this house cools off, you could walk around and see what it feels like.
Okay.
If you find that other end's not as cool, you could, if these both are open all the way, cut this one back halfway. And then they'll do is they'll slow the flow down into this room that's getting cool and let more go to the other end. Does that make sense?
Yes, because it sounds like the heating problem I have. So
same thing with the heat. All right, so I put a pump here. Just draining with this hose into the. We got to make sure this stays in here.
well, that's my concern. I thought.
All right, I'm gonna tape it. I'm gonna tape it. Okay, that's gonna stay in there, and then we got the condensate coming out of here, dumping into the drain with a dishwasher. Let me tape that. What's just coming in here? Right in there. Let me tape it, please. That ain't coming out. You got it plugged in. Hopefully this plug works. Do these plugs work? Do you know?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't. Can we?
You got a little funnel? You got a little funnel?
Funnel. I do not.
Water in there. Whoa! This thing's leaking. This thing's leaking. It's leaking. No, this hose is probably blocked. Look at this thing flipping leaking. Look at the water. That's not good. Look at all that water coming out of there.
I was just gonna video that. Shoot.
Wow. That ain't good. Let's see if this hose is blocked. Alright, so I just ran a line over for the pump. Got a plug here. We can check it. If it blocks, we can see if it's blocked here. It's going down inside the water, so it's not. It'll be fine. I could put a switch on there if I want, but that's better. I don't like the way they did the electrical, but I've tried to fill it, the pump's working, so you don't have to dump the bucket. That's it. Oh, this is all over. Hack job from help.